Hey everyone, what's going on? Joey here, and I hope your day is going great so far. Tomorrow, get ready for this because it is episode 6 of season 6 of The Masked Singer. I know you guys are excited. I'm excited too. Let's go through everything we know, including the preview, and let's go through the other clues from the other episodes to figure out who's under the mask of these folks. Before we get started, make sure you subscribe, you turn on notifications, and you give this video a thumbs up. Let's get started. So yes, Episode 6, we're back to Group A, and we're really excited because we have the final wild card coming into view. It is the Jester, which is sitting over here at the moment. Let's go ahead and try to flip-flop it. It's also weird to think that after this week, we only have one wild card left, and that is the beach ball. So we're going to flip this over here, and boom! Now, they did give us a preview for this upcoming episode, and it showcases the Jester just a little bit. Here's a clip.
Get ready for the wildest wild card yet.
The Jester.
I'll do whatever it takes to entertain.
I wet myself just a little.
And that's no joke.
I can't unsee this.
Now, they did upload another video introducing the Jester, and let me tell you, he is hilarious. He's walking through the audience, making fun of the audience members. This guy is someone that I think is going to be the funniest costume we've had in a while, even though I have to admit, the costume is really, really creepy. I mean, we've seen some other creepy costumes, some other versions of the show, but this one holds the cake. Holds the cake? I think that's the expression. I don't know. It's something different, right? Anyway, I want to go through all of the clues that we've gotten for everyone in Group A. This way, when you're going through your guesses during the show or right now afterwards, you can go ahead and, maybe cross some people off and maybe make a connection you didn't make before. Now, we're going to start with the Jester because there really isn't many clues. The only clue that we had was from that 30-minute preseason tease that Nick gave us, the alter ego Masked Singer one. And the only clue they gave us was roses. That's right, roses. Now, you could try to get other clues from the costume, like he has a big belly, but is that the actual costume or the person underneath of it? We don't know. We do know in one of the preview videos, he talks in a British accent. I doubt this person has a real British accent. I think they're trying to throw us off just a little bit. Right now, we're gonna go ahead and go through those clues. Oh, and do yourself a big favor. Make sure you tune in to the Masked Singer podcast after every single show because they give us, Bow Wow and Brian Strickland, give us so many clues for the contestants. And you're gonna be able to get a lot of clues that you wouldn't find anywhere else. Now, just a reminder, we have done reveals for some people in Group A already. We've done the bull, we've done the hamster, and of course, we already did the baby, but baby's gone. But if you want to go ahead and go through the clues with me and find out who's under the mask of those people, go through the links below and you can check that out. Anyway, let's go ahead and start breaking down the clues, starting off with, we'll go with the skunk, because the skunk and the bull, we have the most clues for. So starting off with the skunk. I chose to be the skunk because I relate to the duality, the yin and yang of it all. And while life's not always black and white, there's always certainly two different sides to every story. I'm here to tell you mine. Over the years, I've seen it all, honey. There might be misconceptions and I'm quick to get into a fight, but honey, it couldn't be further than the truth. I've learned you don't always have to react when provoked. I took a break for a minute to focus on family, but I'm ready to get back out there. Visual clues from the episode was the gold toy train, the ticket to Seoul, I know, a newspaper asking if Jenny has lost her mind, a vase with a D, and then hater spray. After that were clues from episode 2, she says, I feel like I'm forever a student, but the biggest thing I've learned in life is that life happens. School was always easy for me. I had a full ride scholarship when I got some unexpected news that changed everything. I was forced to take a different course, but I learned life lessons I would never get in the classroom. Success isn't measured with a diploma, and it turns out that pivot in my life was the greatest degree I could ever get. That was back to school week, and pretty much for her, we found out that she was pretty much an A+ student, Mrs. Education. Her visual clue were life of a lot of books. The Life of Samuel Johnson, U.S. Government, Big Book of Acting, Iron After Swing, and Expect the Unexpected. Next was episode 4, aka 2 weeks back, not this week, but the week before that. She said, I've been to some of the most epic parties around. I mean, the glitz, the glamour, and some of the most iconic people in the world. I actually used to be the hostess with the mostest. But these days, I like to limit the people that I allow into my personal space. And as you get older, you realize it's okay to remove the wrong people in your life. Last time I was in my wheelhouse and I showed them exactly what I could do. You can take pain and passion and turn it into joy and the voice of God. So someone obviously has some kind of like gospel background, right? You can hear that just a little right there. Visual clues we saw was the pufferfish, cookies, disco ball, and that week is what they brought to the party. She brought a boombox with gospel music. Those are all the clues for the skunk. Let me know in the comment section who you think that is. As a reminder, we do the pitch correct audio for these videos at the end of the video, so stay tuned for that. Next is the bull, and the bull is someone to be reckoned with because as you see in some of the preview videos they uploaded, this guy, he can sing, right? Like, he's somebody who you know is going to make it to the top 3. Like, right now, hands down, I will say, unless, this is a big unless. Remember, they have that take it off buzzer. And in this case, I know that Nicole knows who this is, which is why she kept it secret. She could potentially hit that buzzer, which would then take this person out of the top 3, which begs the question. If you're really good friends with someone, do you want them to win the show, or do you want to win extra points by hitting that buzzer? Because let's be honest, look, we all have good friends, but who doesn't want to win the golden ear? You know, right now we say that Jenny has 2 ears. Nicole can get 2 points by guessing the bull correctly. I don't know. What would you do? Please let me know in the comment section. I know, what would we do? We would go ahead and do what? Yeah, we would hit the buzzer. Sorry, so-and-so who we know it is, which, by the way, reveal video, click the link in the description. Anyway, let's go through the clues because we have a lot for the bull. I grew up in a small town that was surrounded by cows. Most people in the town didn't really go anywhere, but I always had bigger dreams. So I left and I traveled the entire world looking for my destiny to be the greatest of all time. The doors I knocked on simply didn't open. I heard again and again, no. But I didn't give up. I became my own boss, and eventually, Hollywood and even Forbes took notice. Visual clues, a painting of the bull. Cooperstown, we saw the astronaut from season 4, and then a lion. Next was episode 2. When I was in school, I marched to the beat of my own drum. There was one place that I felt the most free to be myself, my garage. That dusty space, I created my own world. I put on shows, I gave the best performances, and my shows were always sold out. That week was back to school, and we saw cheerleaders, and his visual clue was the Disney concert hall. After that was episode 4. I'm no stranger to a house party. My parties are notorious for having great music, everybody dancing, and as a kid, I was actually a wallflower. But now I'm the life of the party. The song I'm singing tonight is a statement. I actually wanted to perform this song once before, but I was shut down at the last minute. But here, I'm free to do whatever I want. I'm guessing this person wanted to sing this song on tour, and a copyright thing came up, and then they couldn't do it anymore. I guess that freedom is what drew me to do this wacky circus anyway. Something to the party, they brought wrapping paper. Visual clues was a nurse's outfit, and Carnegie Hall, depending on who you ask, which historian. After that was the hamster. We only have 2 episodes of clues. Did you just fall over? Did you see that? Did you fall over? Let's fix that. There you go. You stay there? Are you good? You good? Okay, good. I wanted to become the hamster because unfortunately my body is shaped very much like a hamster. And also I felt kind of stuck in a wheel just going around and around. I mean, who hasn't felt all cooped up this past year or so? But it has been difficult because I'm kind of like a guy who's always jumping from one project to the next with my famous friends. I'm used to being in all kinds of arenas, and this last year has been very tricky keeping the momentum going. But now I'm breaking that routine so I can let out all that pent-up energy as the wild card. Back to school clip was a baseball bat. Visual clues was Alcatraz Island in San Francisco. You know, I left my heart there. Did you know that? Anyway, and a goldfish. Next was episode 4. As you probably guessed by now, I'm a bit of a party animal. You know what's funny? I kind of wish the Jester and the hamster does something together, like a showdown. Wouldn't that be great? I feel like these 2 personalities would be great together. And you should have seen me in my 20s. I was living in a huge city, working with my best pals. New York City, right? Yeah, I know. The fun that we had when we were younger was the most fun ever. There's nothing like not being famous and then the next day being famous. And that's what happened to all of us. This is where I say the SNL thing, Saturday Night Live. If you're just a featured player on a Friday, and on Saturday they air the episode, everyone knows who it is. And that's kind of just what happened this past few weeks because the show just came back. And that's what happened to all of us, and the fact that we're still friends after all these years is great. They're really gonna get a kick out of me being here, and you know, I'll have to prove myself and make Nick even more uncomfortable. After that, bringing something to the party, they said that they will stay hydrated. It's a good clue right there. And then visual clues was dog and water bottle. The last person we're going through is the Pepper. Remember, we were just introduced to this character the last time we saw Group A, which was episode 4. So there aren't too many clues, but that singing voice, oh, mamma mia, it's definitely going to help you out. I want to spice things up. You know, I've always had my own flavor, and I'm constantly thinking of ways not to be bland. But this last year has been the craziest. Something I did went viral basically overnight. It spread like fire, and I never expected any of it. But the coolest part was seeing people take what I did and add their own flavor to it. You know what they say, strike when the iron's hot? Well, that's why I'm here. What did they bring to the party? Rollerblades. So think of a TikTok routine, the singer of that song that has to deal with rollerblades. Big clue right there, folks. Visual clues was Hollywood, saw social media TikTok, and a sign that said, keep dreaming. Now it's time for the pitch correct audio. I'm gonna go ahead and play a little bit of their audio, and I'm gonna play my audio for you guys. Comment below who you think they are. Here we go.
I am no stranger to a house party. My parties are notorious for having great music, everybody dancing. It is Liddy City Committee.
I am no stranger to a house party. My parties are notorious for having great music, everybody dancing. It is Liddy City Committee. As a kid, I was actually a wallflower, but now I'm the life of the party.
Listen, I've been to some of the most epic parties around. I mean, the glitz, the glamour.
Listen, I've been to some of the most epic parties around. I mean, the glitz, the glamour, some of the most iconic people in the world. I actually used to be the hostess with the mostest, but these days, I limit the people that I allow into my personal space.
As you've probably guessed by now, I'm a bit of a party animal, and you should have seen me in my 20s.
As you've probably guessed by now, I'm a bit of a party animal, and you should have seen me in my 20s. I was living in a huge city, working with my best pals.
I'm excited to come into the competition as a wild card, especially as the Pepper. I want to spice things up.
I'm excited to come into the competition as a wild card, especially as the Pepper. I want to spice things up. You know, I've always had my own flavor, and I'm constantly thinking of ways to not be bland. But this last year has been the craziest.
So there you guys go. Please comment below who you think they might be. At this point, we really don't have any guesses on who the Jester is, because we haven't had any clues except for Roses. But we know this person is funny. Roses have some kind of connection to it. Maybe a tattoo. Maybe they had an album with the name Roses. Maybe Rose is the name of their child. I don't really know. You don't really know yet because we have no clues, but I want to thank you for joining me. If you haven't done so yet, please subscribe, turn on notifications, and give this video a thumbs up. As always, I'm Joey. Stay safe. I'll see you later. Bye.